Good morning and welcome to the morning news right here on TV3. We are coming to you live from our studios at Adisawe Kanda. We are also streaming live on Facebook at TV3 Ghana. Let's get interactive on social media. My name is Safwa Abuahine. The news bulletin starts now. Minority in Parliament oppose a petition for a recall of the House to reconvene on Thursday and Friday as a statement or the stalemate between the two divides of the Houses continues. Electoral Commission says it will complete the distribution of election materials to all regions across the country by close of the weekend. Also, Global Financial Integrity Report reveals over $48.8 million has been laundered through Ghana's real estate sector. Details of these and many more coming up shortly. Please stay. Let's begin with some fresh news coming from the Ghana Police Service because the police is pursuing persons publicly, brandishing and indiscriminately firing toy guns in the public. The service has so far arrested 26 persons. Let me take you through the statement issued by the police on this matter. The Ghana Police Service has arrested 26 persons for brandishing and indiscriminate firing of toy guns in a public place. The suspects are currently assisting with investigations and will be put, therefore, or before court on face justice. Meanwhile, a quantity of toy guns have been retrieved from these suspects as part of police investigation into the menace. Police special operations are currently underway to arrest others involved in this act, which is becoming a trend in some parts of the country. We hereby caution the youth to desist from this act as it constitutes the offense of offensive conduct conducive to breaches of the peace, contrary to Section 207 of the Criminal Offence Act 1960, Act 29, amongst others. We would like to once again assure the public that the police will do all that it takes for our beloved country to continue to be at peace with herself. Well, in a related development, Member of Parliament for Nshaiso constituency, Dr. Stephen Amoah, who was alleged to have pulled a gun in self-defense after some of his constituents threatened him with a toy gun at Asamanso, has been justifying his actions. The youth were allegedly demanding updates on the state of an AstroTurf pitch being constructed in the area by their MP. Speaking to TV3, the MP said he was terrified by the incident.
A situation such as what happened, then somebody pulled a pistol, and I wish we had a photograph of it. We've all been to different communities before. I've schooled in UK, I've stayed in Ghana here. I know how some bad ghetto boys behave, even in movies. The guy had a guy like somebody who had been given some form of training. It was the next day that they were saying that he was holding a toy gun. But in any case, why do you think that was a toy gun, which I know it wasn't? Why did he pull that thing and point it at me, attempting to take my life? What came into his mind? I have not insulted them. I have not fought them. I have not said anything bad about them. There had never been AstroTurf in Nshaiso. I'm doing the second AstroTurf in Nshaiso. Even the first one wasn't government. It was bank. I used banks to do that for them. So why do you want to take my life? And I have every right to defend my life. These were guys that, to me, most of them are on drugs. I mean, you can go to the community and check if I'm lying. So whatever came into his mind, I wouldn't have known. What I knew was my life was in danger, and I had to defend and protect myself, and nothing bad happened. Thanks be to God, I'm alive.
Well, away from the gun issue, the minority in Parliament stands opposed to request by the majority side for the House to reconvene on Thursday and Friday. They have listed their reasons and we will walk you through them shortly. All right, so as you can see on the screen, we note further that the petitioner has not satisfied the threshold and requirements under Article 112, Clause 3 of the Constitution and Order 53(1) of the Standing Orders, which require signatures of 15% of members of Parliament to trigger a recall of Parliament. Mr. Speaker, we wish to submit that based on the petitioner's own request, you are not obliged to recall Parliament. Further, the petitioner has not demonstrated that there is any emergency nor urgent government business to warrant a call of Parliament, with barely 11 remaining days to the crucial 2024 general election. As we speak, members of Parliament from both sides are in their constituencies having critical engagement with the electorate ahead of the December 7 election. This election is not only a destiny-defining election for Ghana, but a career-defining one for many members of Parliament. The petitioner has proposed Thursday, 28 November and Friday, 29 November 2024 as the dates for this ill-fated and ill-timed recall. Should this request be granted, not only will members of Parliament be required to truncate their important engagement with the electorate, but members will have to contend with logistical, and other challenges to commute over long distances, difficult and hard-to-reach constituencies to Accra. This recall that is being requested is ill-timed and will constitute a needless dram on the Ghanaian taxpayer. We therefore respectfully urge you to reject this call in the national interest. We are your Election Command Center. This is your Election Command Center, where we bring you all the credible news updates in the world of politics. Now let's move to the EC. And the Electoral Commission, EC, has assured it will complete the distribution of election materials, including BVDs and ballot papers, to all regions across the country by the close of the weekend. Chairperson of the Commission made this known during a stakeholder management engagement in Accra.
In yet another meeting of the Electoral Commission and the National Election Security Task Force, Chairperson of the Commission, Jean Mensah, says the Commission is on track to complete the distribution of critical election materials across the country by the close of the weekend.
We are also near completion with our ballots, the preparation of our ballots for the presidential and parliamentary elections. And all the ballots, with the exception of the Northern region, the Bono region, and the Bono East, have been disseminated to our police armories across the country. Our biometric verification devices are also being prepared, and we are confident that by this weekend all the biometric verification devices will be safely lodged in the police armories across the country.
Training for over 210,000 election officers recruited is also underway, with short videos prepared to help reinforce the training process. In a bid to enhance efficiency, the EC has introduced aid memoirs to guide officers in resolving issues like requests for recollation.
The Commission has recruited close to 210,000 temporary officials across various categories in all the 40,900 plus polling stations across the country. They are undergoing extensive training. We've developed aid memoirs, which are basic instructions on key aspects of our work. The aid memoirs would also focus on issues such as the correction of errors on the various forms.
Head of the Election Security Task Force, IGP George Akufo-Dampare, for his part, assured of the service's readiness to ensure a peaceful election.
In terms of our preparation, we are over ready, and we will do what it takes to ensure that this country continues to be at peace with herself. We will protect every Ghanaian, and we will protect every stakeholder in these elections. And more importantly, we will protect you and your staff as they go about their constitutional duty of ensuring that the election is executed to the benefit of Ghanaians.
Let's go to the camp of the NDC now, and flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress NDC has descended heavily on President Akufo-Addo over his commitment or comment that the NDC left him a deficit of power outages, popularly called DUMSO. The NPP administration has mocked the NDC with the power outages that led to its removal from office in 2016. In the lead up to the elections in a few days, the NPP has launched a series of adverts on DUMSO. Speaking in Elembele, John Dramani Mahama says the president must not be disingenuous.
You know, liars cannot go to heaven. And let me give you a Bible quotation. Proverbs 19, chapter 19, verse 9. It says, those who bear false witness will not go unpunished, and the liars will be destroyed. Proverbs chapter 19, verse 9. I expect that when MPP is telling lies, they'll leave it to the younger ones and the junior ones to do. And when the senior ones like Nana Akufo-Addo says that DUMSO was not solved before we came, I heard him say that we could not keep the lights on. How can we run 24-hour economy? In 2016, DUMSO had been solved. Nobody's lights went off in 2016. Nobody had load shedding in 2016. That is on record. Go and look at Gridco records. Go and look at ECG records. Nobody had load shedding in 2016, and that is a fact. And he himself knows that DUMSO was a generational problem, and that it was because of the lack of addition of generation over the years that crystallized in my time. But I did not do what he has been doing, shifting the blame to somebody else. I went to Parliament and I said I was elected to solve the problems of Ghana. I accept responsibility for the energy crisis and I will fix it. And I fixed it. From January to December to the following January, when we handed over to Nana Akufo-Addo.
Let's go to the NPP camp now. And the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, NPP, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, says God can use him to transform the country. Addressing the people and members of Hebron Prayer Center in the Nsom Adoejui constituency, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia appealed for votes to ensure that he continues with the implementation of the free SHS program.
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia received a rousing welcome from the members and people of Hebron Prayer Center. The NPP flag bearer was supported by some party bigwigs and functionaries to visit the prayer center in the Nsom Adoejui constituency. Addressing the members, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia asked the people to vote for him to ensure that he protects the free SHS program.
Free SHS no member be bon home by me de be ebe ka ho e de ahoto abrega na fo nyina enti me ba ha empai bonti ena me bae minim se hade mo bom pai a nyame otie mo mpai bo esema ye wanwa ne se muni nyina munim se fasting no mo ihye ase Yama ubia number enyasa, but number yede ma elder donko eye number 1 eye wawa enya wawa.
He again entreated the people to pray for him and the NPP government to win the elections.
December 7th, ye kotoa ba eyi ye mampenyi ene ye mra shebejafo. Yenyina Yesu yenim se eye nyame ena osihene enye ye nipa enti Bibia ye beye just say ye fa nyame etu enim. Enti na ye nyina enim say ye nipa de nyama bebre ye ntimi nya nyame ni tumi ni de with God all things are possible.
Earlier, the flag bearer toured the Ayawaso Central constituency. He visited the Malamata market, where he exchanged pleasantries with traders and market women in the constituency. Dr. Maud Maumia again made a stopover at Abose Okai in the Ablekuma Central constituency. He exchanged pleasantries with traders, market women and business people in the constituency. He promised the people of Abose Okai that he will address issues on taxes when he wins power.
Abose Okai, major issues with import duty. And yes, sir, with the new import duty regime, and then flat rate import duty regime. Flat rate in the saying, with the spare parts, Bagana, a 40-foot container, yenim flat rate, was so a 20,000 cities, a 20,000 cities, a bedua, ubetria, 20,000 cities flat. Na ino it's simple and straightforward. Yenina ebetias here. Choboy, a different item, and also one flat rate. Every item one flat rate, and one and unti a bobwa before debris.
Let's do some more politics. And flag bearer for Movement for Change, Alantum, has promised to build modern markets and implement other social interventions for market women and drivers if elected in the upcoming December elections.
Asamankese is one of the biggest markets we have in Ghana, so very soon we would be voting. If you vote for me to become a president, I will renovate this place and build a new lorry terminal. I've also realized that most of the commercial vehicles are old, so if I become a president, I will introduce a new policy where you can exchange your old car with a new one which you would work and pay later.
Now away from politics and elections, Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, says the central bank has committed itself to strengthening the financial sector regulatory reforms. He was speaking at the 28th National Banking and Ethics Conference of the Chartered Institute of Bankers Ghana on the theme, Resilience in the Financial System, Navigating Horizon Risk.
According to him, this would help reduce the risk leading to the collapse of some banks. He was speaking at the 28th National Banking and Ethics Conference of the Chartered Institute of Bankers Ghana on the theme, Resilience in the Financial System, Navigating Horizon Risk.
The Bank of Ghana has committed to decisive measures to strengthen the financial sector through regulatory reforms, to enhance risk management practices, capital requirements, corporate governance, and other measures. These will help reinforce transparency and market discipline.
President of the Chartered Institute of Bankers Ghana, Benjamin Amenume, said the sector has faced a series of unprecedented challenges which compelled financial institutions, including the recent DDP.
This experience reinforced the importance of forward-looking risk management to navigate the horizon risk, that is emerging or long-term threats that is unaddressed can disrupt financial stability. One critical risk confronting us is credit risk. which remain a significant concern due to the rising level of non-performing loans.
That'll be all for the morning news. Many thanks for joining. The new day continues right after this breather. My name is Safwa Bwahine. Do have a lovely day.